hey, I ate off plan and I thought, hey, here we go again. Not like because I was eating off plan, but because it's like, oh, I'm becoming the old version of me again. Uh-oh, I'm becoming old web. Uh-oh. And I realized that's exactly how I like personally stayed stuck for years. I ain't gonna lie. Your past becomes dangerous when you start treating it like something that you did and you're treating it like someone that you are. That's when your past becomes dangerous, especially when you're trying to widen the gap between your past self and where you are now. And I know this because it's something that I did for years. I went from 270 pounds to 168 pounds. Trying to get to 10% body fat, I'm gonna be there. But losing the weight didn't automatically erase that identity of the person I was at 270 pounds. You know, it's not just about like losing the actual weight or getting lean. It's not about that, you know what I mean? And just the weight loss, losing 100 pounds didn't change my identity. And nobody on YouTube is talking about this, but that guy still shows up periodically, you know what I mean? It happens. And for years, I had like these labels for myself. Oh, I'm the overweight guy. Oh, I'm the guy that sometimes falls off, you know? Yeah, I'm not a consistent person. Every time I failed at something, I would honestly use it as evidence, like those labels. Like, oh, miss a workout or like miss my meal or eat off plan. Oh, you're still that guy. Uh-oh. Or like, you know, I eat like crap. Oh, like tell myself like, uh-oh, here he comes. Like I knew I couldn't do it for a year straight. Type of stuff like that. What type of stuff? This is something I recently dealt with too. Like if I fall off routine, like, oh, nothing's gonna last forever. Like, oh, you haven't changed, bro. That's scary. It's scary. And that's the part I really didn't understand. And I'm realizing this just like y'all are here with me. That's the part I didn't understand. The mistake wasn't keeping me stuck, you know? It's not just about the mistake. The meaning I attached to the mistake was keeping me stuck. And as I've like changed, I have changed my identity, you know, over the past 9 months. And like now when I make a mistake, it's so easy for me to get back on track because I don't attach my past self to the mistake. And this is something I'm gonna get into, okay? Psychologically, there was a change in me. And psychologically, there's a massive difference between the phrase, oh, I messed up today, and oh, I may mess up. It's two they're way different in potency and power to your subconscious and to yourself. One describes something that you did, and the other describes who you actually believe that you are, bro. And once I decided who I was, I start seeing through that lens and interpreting like everything that I did through that. Every failure became proof, and like every setback became confirmation. And every bad day became like a chance for me to like see like, oh, my past is gonna be my future. Hey, follow me here, follow me. Eventually I realized that I wasn't just trying to lose weight and get lean. Like my real purpose was running away from that past self guy and like proving to myself that I'm not him and I can change. And it actually worked. I really have changed. It's amazing. But that's a much harder transformation. And that's why a lot of guys that I see, like they lose the weight and they put it right back on. And honestly, that could have been me. Like I binged last week for 5 days. And if I would have kept that going, back to 270. Back to 270, bro. Probably bigger, 370. Chud maxing with 470, no lie. And the reason for that is you can change your body faster than you can change who you think you are in your head, you know? Or you can flip it, which you should. So now when that old identity like shows up, I don't, like the affirmations do work as a reminder, and I'm just not realizing this because they failed me. Like I don't, like the affirmations, oh, I'm confident, oh, I'm disciplined, oh, you know, I don't slip up. Like those work to a certain degree, but what has the most potency, listen, what works the best is asking yourself and throwing yourself into the future and asking yourself, okay, what would the man that I'm becoming, what would that 2.0 version of me do next? And then follow it. The first thing that pops in your head, follow it. If you don't know, sit back. If you don't know after that, then ask somebody that you trust. You know what I mean? Ask somebody that is in the position that you want to be in. That's it. Because you can't change the last 10 years right now. I can't even change what I did this morning. You can't change it. But you can control the next decision. That's something that I'm really like embracing. And that's how I've started really like rewiring my identity, bro. Not with affirmations, with evidence, with real evidence. The marbles are stacked for me. All the days of consistency, day in, day out. Bro, I used to DoorDash. Back when I was in Dallas, I used to DoorDash while trying to get lean. You know how hard that is? Smelling that Chick-fil-A. Somebody got fried Chick-fil-A sandwich. I can smell the freaking Chick-fil-A sauce through the bag and it's covered up, boy. Man, pizza, Indian food, chicken masala, boy. Walking in a restaurant smelling that. Had to go home, turkey, sweet potato. You know how hard that is? But because I've stacked all that evidence, now it's easy for me to get right back on track, boy. And that's why you should stay consistent. Not, yes, for the sake of consistency, but you're not human. You're not a robot. I'm trying to be I really do try to be robot web, but you're not a robot and you will fall off. Like, knock on wood, you will fall off. So the way to bounce back super fast and is to rely on the old consistency that you put in. Rely on those marbles that you put in as the 2.0 version of yourself, the tier 1 version of yourself. Then it'll be easy to get back on track. That should be your motivation to stack those consistent days. And that's something that I honestly did. Like, especially when I didn't feel like it, I told myself, yeah, I need to be consistent because there will be days when I'm going to struggle and I'm going to have to rely on this consistency. It's like a train moving extremely fast. You know what I mean? Like a little rock is not going to stop it. And the little rock for me was freaking, boy, I had some fire McDonald's, boy. I had some fire McDonald's, and they have these things out here called media lunas, and they're like croissants and so buttery. They're buttery, but they got like a glaze on them. Boy, they're super good, and that was the little rock for me. And I ain't gonna lie, that rock was getting bigger and bigger every single day, and I benched for 5 days. Got bigger and bigger every single day, but my train is moving, boy. My train is moving. Because I've had those consistent days for months and months and months and months. Some ass media lunas ain't gonna stop me, boy. And that's the importance of consistency. Because right now I'm back on track. You know what I mean? I had to take a step back. I had to do some soul searching. You know what I mean? And I just had to rely on my old habits. And that's something I've done. And now I'm back. Don't get lean, boy. Come on. I've realized that your past does not have to predict your future, okay? That's the other side of this. Your past, if you haven't been as consistent as your boy, the past does not have to predict your future. But it'll keep doing it if you keep deciding that your past is going to dictate your future. It'll dictate it for sure. You don't need to erase the old version of yourself, okay? Actually, you should love that guy. And you should do some deep soul searching and give that guy a hug because that's still you. But you need to stop letting him make the next decision for you. Okay? Because eventually, like I said, if you keep making decisions based off the man that you're becoming, you don't have to convince yourself that you've changed anymore. You don't have to do any convincing. That's the beauty in this. You'll have the evidence. You know what I mean? It'll make it a beautiful process. You'll be a fire train, like Thomas on steroids, boy. And that's what I'm testing in this season as I'm getting lean, getting to 10% body fat. Not whether I can be perfect. And I ain't gonna lie, I've tried to be perfect. You know what I mean? And it bit me in the butt. But it's whether like I can be the new version of myself when that old version of myself inevitably like shows up back again. And it threw me, it really threw a wrench in me. And I'm really glad it happened, because now I've like humbled myself. I used to be, oh, I'm Mr. Consistent, my fitness pal, 300 days straight, nigga. Now it's fucking 3 days. And I really had to humble myself, because old Webb showed up, boy. He showed up. And I wasn't as resilient as I thought I was. But I'm glad that happened, because now I have the evidence that, oh, I can hop back on track. You know what I mean? Because old Webb will show up again. You know what I mean? It's still in my DNA. Shoot, what does it take? Like, there's ways to, you know, scrub that, what do they call it? It's epigenetics. But I don't feel like doing that. And I want to do it the hard way. There's ways to scrub your epigenetics. But I rather do it through like consistency. And that's something I'm really proud of myself for, because my consistency really saved me. I'm telling y'all, if I would have binged as old Webb back when I was doing like fad diets, intermittent fasting, you know, doing 7-day fasts, keto, vegan, like I would have went a month straight binging. You know what I'm saying? With on and off like spurts of consistency. But now I am like, my identity is someone that is consistent, which is so cool to say. That's why I think it's so important to get on this lean journey, because it really helps you in all areas of your life, and it forces you to be consistent, because if you're not consistent, you won't get lean. And that's why I prize guys that are consistent, and I want to be friends with all of you guys, because, you know, it's Mr. Consistent with Mr. Consistent, which is fire. And that's the part of this transformation that I'm gonna keep documenting. Stay tuned. I will see you guys tomorrow. It's Webb. Let's go.